Ladies and gentlemen, and this is The Fat Electrician Hates Communism, featuring Donut Operator, Unsubscribe Podcast Clips. So this is Unsubscribe Clips channel, and this is the most popular video on it, and obviously it's a rant from Fat Electrician about communism. There was a rant about communism World War II video that he did, like how World War II ended, right? And somebody told me that there is this video where he just like, the whole video is about him hating communism, right? How he, wakes up at night and all that shit that he said in the World War II video. This is going to be even more detail, I guess. I'm guessing it's from the same podcast. Same day podcast, I'm guessing. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Let's watch it. Remember, if you like my reaction, don't forget to subscribe so, I know which type of videos to react to more. If you haven't seen other Fat Electrician reactions I did, check out the link in the description or in the end of the video end card. And yeah, let's watch it.
Bro,
I've spent the last 48
hours of my life just raging communism simps because
Donald Trump haven't done it right
Donald
yet.
Trump had that fucking comment about how like, oh, Russia beat the Nazis, and now it's weird because like Donald Trump, right, but like communist sympathizers left, and now all the communist sympathizers are like, yes, Russia beat the Nazis by themselves, and I'm just shitting on all of them, and it's. I can't handle being on X. I'm going to get canceled if I go on there and have to argue with these fucking people.
What is it? As you're saying, it is this quick history lesson. You're going to see, yes, Russia threw a fuck ton of bodies and helped stop the war machine that was Nazi Germany.
Yes, but if your claim to fame is we had the most people die, that's a really shitty stat. I'm sorry. Like,
That's been done.
Imagine if I was in the NBA finals and
I mean, to be fair, right? Russia/communist, right? Soviet Union did fought a lot, right? In Eastern Theater, I guess, right? Pushed all the way to like Berlin, right? That famous thing where I'm pretty sure, right? So they did do a lot of fighting. I mean, we can't, little the effort of Soviet Union. They were like one of the main players at one of the main fronts, right? They were there from like I don't know if it start, but like start enough, and they were there all the way to like end, right? And they did through a lot of people, right? And only reason that there's a lot of casualty from there because they were covering a lot of area to fight back. They were one of the main players. We can't really deny that. But yeah, everybody helped, right? Nobody says like Soviet Union didn't help or Soviet Union wasn't part of the deal or something, right? Or Britain wasn't part of the deal or America wasn't part of the deal. They all had their own place, right? I mean, you can't really deny that, without Soviet Union, it would have been like, really hard, right? I would say more than hard, but yeah. So they were the kind of key players there.
LeBron dunked on me the most amount of times, and I was like, I deserve to be MVP because I gave up the most points.
No.
That's
Oh my
fucking
God.
stupid.
Did you know about the NBA? That's impressive.
It's more like League of Legends or Call of Duty, like Warzone. It is you and your three buddies are at the top, and that fourth person on that team has a KD of .006. He's died 80 times. Bro, got one kill.
That's not fair.
This
Come
is
on.
my fucking
You
war.
get all these fucking dudes that simp over. Oh, did you know the USSR actually manufactured more tanks in America during World War II? Oh, did they? Did they really?
You're scaring
Really
me.
interesting. That's cool.
Yeah.
Who'd America send to the Soviet Union in, I don't know, like fucking 1929 and started their entire industrial revolution when he founded the Stalingrad tractor factory?
Who?
Oh, it was Albert Kahn, aka the architect of fucking Detroit. Literally, America started your entire manufacturing capability. And you're gonna sit here and try to flex on me like that.
I mean, let's be honest. Soviet Union and Industrial Revolution, Russia as a whole started really late. That was their whole problem in World War One, right? Industrial Revolution started really late, and America did like help started it and things like that, like just he said. So yeah, obviously. So look, I hate communism, right? Obviously, anybody says communism would work, it's just like I see that person like the fuck you on about, right? Like how many times do you have to see the history to realize that communism will never work, right? Oh, by the right people, there is no right people. There will never be right people, right? Even the greatest mind with enough power always gets corrupted. That's the problem. Communism will never work. Right? Yeah, and but the way obviously like they are going to dunk on it, but the way they are saying like fourth guy with the most losses, that's not how Soviet Union was, right? They were one of the key players. They were making grounds, right? Battles were immense, right? Every battle that Soviet Union fought was kind of like important battle, right? So they were in different front. They were equally important, right? So yeah.
The fucking big W for communism. How much fucking money did America give to the Soviet Union in the early years of World War II? Like what $11 billion?
Seriously, nobody knows that, right?
That's not a lot of money. It's like fucking 246 billion-ish dollars. What's
change.
Russia's military budget right now?
I don't know.
86 billion?
I don't know.
You gave them 3 times the annual military fucking budget, and you're gonna come to me and be like, oh, communism's the fucking best. Yeah, when it's funded
not.
by fucking capitalism, sure it is. Why the fuck wouldn't it be?
Hell yeah.
Okay, the same reason.
I don't know, Pastor Mato, who's that like main architect of communism who always say like communism has to go through capitalism to achieve its goal? They're like, you already lost me there. Like, the fuck you saying? That's one of the most like a-holist statement you can say. Like, we need communism and then we can achieve. No, that's, you already lost. The moment you say we need communism and then we can achieve our goal, your goal is shit at that point, right? You just admit, you need capitalism because capitalism is better. But your goals are better, but you can't achieve that without capitalism. So, like, your communism sucks at that point.
And you hear everybody like, no, did you know that fucking Cuba has the best healthcare system in the fucking world? And the only reason that Cuba isn't a communist fucking paradise is because America put an embargo on them and refused to do business.
Go to Cuba for your health one. Why not?
Maybe. But explain to me in logical fucking reasoning why it is that a communist fucking utopia can't exist. Because capitalism isn't going to work with them. It can't exist on its own. They need capitalists to fucking work with them for them to fucking survive, okay? At the end of the day, I've never seen a fucking capitalist trying to build a fucking raft out of shitty, broken fucking tires to swim across shark-infested water to make their way to Florida to fucking escape, okay? Get over it. Communism fucking sucks. You're never going to convince me otherwise. You're fucking wrong. If you think that the USSR single-handedly beat the Nazis in World War II.
Single-handedly, that's way too much of a reach, right? There's a reason why Soviet Union has way too many losses. Single-handedly, they can't. Soviet Union one-on-one cannot beat Nazi Germany. They just can't. Germans, are you fucking kidding me? Right? But, World War II is like one country just trying to punch everybody around, right? Obviously, like other thing happening in Pacific as well. But European theater, one guy trying to punch everybody down, right? And everybody pitching in, and still Soviet Union having this kind of a losses at the level that today there are more women than there are men because of it. And Soviet Union single-handedly like destroying Nazi Germany, that's never happening. Don't even come on, are you kidding me?
You're fucking wrong. Objectively speaking, I can't fucking help you. Okay? Did they help? Absolutely. I'm happy to admit that they contributed to beating the Nazis. If you think they did it on their own, it's because you're breathing through your mouth and you're objectively fucking retarded. Those are the only fucking reasons that you would think that. Okay?
You're wrong, Federation. Right? They single-handedly destroyed Nazi Germany, and everything, every photo and every history you have is like propaganda. They just embed. America never went to Europe. Do you know that? There you go. I bet there is a person out there who believes that. Who believes that level of shit. Who just like anything that doesn't fit his narrative, everything else is a lie. And everything is like Photoshop. Like every photo you show them about like any American or soldiers in like World War II, oh, that's not real or some shit like that. They would say that. Right? They would say that. I believe there are people like that. That's how effed up the world is today. Right? Because people realize there is such thing as propaganda and they just amplified it. If there is a little of propaganda, there can be 100% of propaganda. If there is little of lies, there could be 100% of lies. Internet, fake news, the end. There is a group of people who believe anything they want to and everything else is lie. So that's just like I said in the other video, like you can't really reach those people.
Furthermore, the only reason that World War II even fucking happened is because the Nazis and the USSR had an agreement that they were going to go ahead. They're like, oh, go ahead, invade fucking Poland, and we're going to have separate spheres of influence, and then we're not going to fight, and then the Nazis attack the USSR anyways, and then they join the fucking Allies, okay? So the USSR is the reason that...
I mean, Hitler would have still attacked Poland, right? But if USSR was opposed to that, could you imagine, like, as soon as they attacked Poland, USSR would have gotten nervous. They would have attacked Hitler. He wouldn't have gone through Belgium in France that fast. And Allies would have, like, realized that fast and bolster France. Most of things that happened in World War II wouldn't have happened. When you really, obviously, this is like alternate history type of shit. It's just guessing, but, something like that. If Soviet Union from the first point, like, no, hell no. Our ideologies don't even mix. I'm not going to help you out there. Right? If you attack Poland, I'm going to attack you. Most things wouldn't have happened. Come on. Maybe Hitler would have directly go to France, but that goes against his ideology. So, I don't know. To me, it feels like Soviet Union and Nazi Germany would have butted head at Poland. and like they would be so occupied there, they won't be able to go like Belgium and France, basically.
World War II even fucking happened, you don't get to claim credit for being the only ones that fucking won, okay? Shut the fuck up. I can't fucking handle it. Like, I got 2 sons, and then people are like, oh, you do jujitsu, you're a big fucking tough manly man.
You are.
What if your kids grew up, what if one of them was gay? I don't care at all. They can be gay all they want. It's not gonna bother me at all. But if my child grows up to simp over the USSR or the German military, I'm gonna consider myself a fucking failure as a father because my kid's objectively fucking retarded, okay?
Yeah.
That's not acceptable to me. I fucking hate it.
Dude, going to college with you must be a fucking nightmare.
Come on, try being the fucking professor.
Your teacher's like, this is college algebra.
Especially one of those complex liberal colleges, right? Where they're like, it's all ideas, man. There is no wrong thing. Let's explore. Let's talk about communism. And he's just screaming outside of the window. Shut the fuck up.
We just asked you to help us with the problem.
So this is Art 101?
Bro, it's terrible.
Everyone in your class is like this.
You guys should see the fucking diatribes that Nick writes and he sends us of arguing with college kids.
Dude, he bullies. That's your Twitter.
Yeah, you do in-person Twitter. You do Twitter and IRL. Like, oh my god.
Have you what's the last battle you've been in on your college frontier?
It was that, actually. Somebody was like, actually, you know, the Soviet Union manufactured more fucking tanks, and it was me just going off. Like, actually, the only reason they could manufacture tanks is because America sent their best fucking engineers to the USSR to teach them how to manufacture tanks. Furthermore, your tanks are shit. Also, America gave you like 4,000 fucking Sherman tanks and 400,000 trucks. Did you know that in 1945, over fucking 3/4 of all the vehicles that the USSR military had were fucking manufactured by America? Go fuck yourself. If you're gonna sit here and be like, communism's better because they can manufacture more shit, only because America's funding you, okay? The only reason that you...
Okay, I don't even understand that communism is better because they had more tanks. Like, what is the argument there? You want to butt head with economy, right? How good is any communist country doing? At least I understand that part. We had more tank. North Korea has like more artillery and like more of a lot of military things because it's like a dictatorship. Everybody is a soldier and they're just gonna like churn out war equipment. That doesn't make it better, right? If anything, that makes it worse, right? War economy is not great sign of great way of living. If your ideology leads to war times and wartime economy, it's not really good, is it? So they have the more tank. What is the argument there?
You motherfuckers were running proxy wars in Afghanistan in the 80s and 90s were because America taught you how to do it because we did it to you in World War II. Go fuck yourself. Communism sucks. Jesus Christ.
Just some kid like this, just being like, standing over.
Just fucking.
What was the response?
I get it. Oh,
What was the response?
that wasn't real communism. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. Okay. Every problem you have with capitalism, that's not real capitalism.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. Get out of here.
We just haven't done it right
Jesus
yet.
Christ. Yeah, exactly.
Look at you,
We're,
you're
we're
like
like one more.
sweating.
Technically, with all the corruption and things in America, that's not real capitalism. Capitalism would be even better. I mean, let's be honest. Just like communism has flaws, so does capitalism. America is not 100% pure, perfect capitalism in that way, right? There are many flaws in that one either. So if America did 100% capitalism, that economy would be even better. I mean, come on.
Fucking bro, like fucking 1, 2, maybe 3 tops. 3 more genocides, and we're gonna hammer out this whole communism idea. Okay, look, communism is fucking stupid. Communism is perfect on paper. Okay, it's the greatest way to live that's ever been devised. The problem with having a perfect work of art is you're trying to apply it to an imperfect canvas, and that is humans. Humans are greedy, arrogant, stupid assholes. Everybody is at some point during the day. It's just a matter of how often you are that person. Everybody's a stupid, arrogant, greedy. This is why fucking roundabouts don't work, right? Roundabouts are basically communism, right? They're the communism of road structures, okay? Are they better on paper? Absolutely. They're way more efficient. Except for Janet is in her fucking minivan trying to hand little Tommy fucking Cheetos while she's trying to take a fucking roundabout at 65 miles an hour, and it doesn't fucking work, okay? Get
It's the
over it.
redistribution of pavement.
Humans are dumb, and you have to take it into account when you're trying to build a civilization. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it works.
God, I love you, Nick.
I fucking hate communism. Have I brought this up?
I don't know.
Roundabout communism, isn't that authoritarian? It's okay. Yeah, first of all, anything about I don't get it how people have this dreamy eye about communism, right? I feel like they misunderstood what communism really is, right? Like what is like core value of communism? One of the first core value of communism is like individualism is not there. A person doesn't matter, right? The idea and the nation matters more. That's how it always leads, right? In practice, communism always leads to that one. There is all like there are many counts of like brilliant people putting to death because they weren't equal to other or like treated better. What is treating better? Were they like riding in Rolls Royces? No, not really. They were appreciated more because they were like scientists and like great people who did great things. That's not acceptable. So communism literally removed that. In China, in today, a lot of people disappear overnight without doing anything bad because it doesn't align with communism. You are gone. How do you even agree with anything that like threatens your individual freedom? Like in most part, right? That's just like fucked up. How could you even get behind that, right? Communism always leads to tyranny, right? That is the one fact will never change. Doesn't matter what. Even if you create utopia, that utopia will be out of fear because any person who doesn't like a line might disappear tomorrow, even in that utopia. So it's just like your views and ideologies don't matter. It's this ideology. If you don't fit in that picture, you're gone. So how do you ever like, communism is great, in which you're just seeing the top part, which is like, nation of the people, everybody like holding head, all farmers with like, pitchforks and like happy. What about everything below it, right?
Roundabouts are communism?
Yes.
I love that.
100%.
I get so mad at it because people will stop. And now I get it because people stop it. Like, you have people that go through. They're like, oh, no one's coming. I'll go. But some people will yield and they'll just stop.
Just sit there.
Go. And you are right. It is the individual.
It's perfect on paper, but people fuck it up.
Yeah, it's exactly like returning your shopping cart back to the little fucking stall. Mm-hmm. You can't rely on everyone to do that.
No, you cannot.
And it gets that great internet video, that one dude that throws.
No, it throws fucking stickers on people's cars and
they
shit.
get so pissed.
He's still out there, right? Isn't he like doing that?
Doing internet
fighting
content.
a good fight?
Dude, he gets
It'll be all right,
so
buddy.
angry.
And then you get fucking Tucker Carlson going to Russia being like, oh, fucking Russian grocery stores are so great. You have to put 10 rubles into the grocery cart and then that incentivizes you to return the grocery cart back to where it was. Yeah, fucking America does that too. It's called Aldi.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't get it, man. Carlson is conservative, right? Right-wing Republican. All Republican, like most of them love them. Fox News, like they have the best rating and something. But these are the same people who hates communism the most. Then he goes to Russia, says all this thing. How are people getting behind that? There are people who say like, I'd rather be Russian or communist than be Democrat or something. Like, are these people in extreme? Because I'm guessing, obviously, Fat Tucson is probably conservative Republican as well. And his view of Carlson going to Russia is not really good. So I'm guessing most people are like that. And very minority are like, like all for this type of way. I don't know.
Invented it in West Germany in 1946, right after World War II. Yeah, we do that too.
I literally wrote a paper on that in business school. It's the most successful grocery store
Aldi's
chain
the shit
in the world.
Aldi's the greatest grocery store.
I did
on
a
the
case
planet.
study on it for like a month.
You want to know the number one consumer rated best grocery store in America? It's Aldi. Yep. You want to know the number 2 store?
H-E-B.
It's Trader Joe. Guess who owns Trader Joe?
Aldi.
Okay,
Yep.
because the Aldi brothers were two German soldiers right after World War
want
II.
to open the grocery store.
They started their own grocery store. Okay, do you understand the fucking? Do you understand?
Let him cook.
Do you understand how hard it would be to open a fucking grocery store in West Germany in 1946?
Yeah.
They're playing on fucking hardcore mode. Okay, they founded a grocery store. It worked great.
New
Two
Game
brothers,
Plus.
and then in like the 1980s, they're like, I want to have cigarettes. And the other brother's like, I don't want to have cigarettes. And they're like, cool, let's separate. You run half the Aldis, I'll run the other half of the Aldis, and then we'll just have 2 separate businesses, but we'll work together. And that's what they did. And they had Aldi North and Aldi South in Germany, right?
Very German.
Then they came to America. You can't have Aldi in America due to trademarks. So they're like, fuck it, we'll be Aldi and Trader Joe. And that's fucking what's going on in America right now. They're the greatest grocery
they're
store
divided in the middle
ever.
They divided right down
Yeah,
the
they
middle.
just divided
They-
it.
It's
Right.
like it's like
Germany
they,
was
they
very
couldn't help
divided.
themselves.
Germany was very. It was like
Was there a wall or something?
There was a wall. Yeah, the Berlin Wall. They had East and West, like
Yeah.
capitalism, communism, hungry, fed, that whole shtick. But then they had North and West, which was Aldi North, Aldi South. The
Yeah.
two brothers. One had cigarettes, one didn't. One became Trader Joe's. The other one's just Aldi. It's the greatest grocery store ever. No big deal.
Yeah, I mean, it's the number one thing that you studied like in business school about a company and like understanding scale. Like it's literally like I studied all the economics of it. Everything he says is right.
Yeah, I saw the Aldi video from Electrician, which was insane. German store, of course, is gonna be like OCD level perfect, right? What the fuck, we don't have Aldi here. Okay. Yeah, look, that the whole supermarket thing is just insane. From Carlson is like the greatest stadium is in Pyongyang. No, wait a minute. Second greatest, biggest stadium is in Pyongyang. First one is in India, apparently. Yeah, even I didn't know that. Few times I was like, okay, there you go. Second biggest stadium is in Pyongyang, North Korea, right? What you gonna do with that parade, right? Military parade and shit. Like what sport? What? So like of this as greatest one store here. Like, yeah, great. What is your point? What you trying to say? That makes it automatically better? Come on, right? Major American city, like every few miles and kilometers, there's gonna be like really great stores, something. Even in India, where like major enough city, I'm not even talking about like big metro cities, big enough cities, right? Like where I live, there are big ass malls and like like showrooms and shit, like superstores, like every few kilometers or miles, whatever, right? So I don't know, but yeah, Patrick hate comedy. Yeah, I mean, I genuinely cannot say one thing good about communism. I'm pretty sure there's good thing about everything, so there must be good thing about communism. But communism fails one of the most key important things that I think of. So I can't even think of one good thing about communism. I don't know why people see that with dreamy eyes. I think those people pick and choose, which is like not how world works. But yeah. Alright, if you like my next one, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.